My guitar's crying softly, like a prayer without words, the gentlest melody that evening's ever heard. And in this moment, tears are mixing with my song, remembering God never left my tank empty all along. While the guitar wailed, I remember truth so clear. God never left my tank empty through every single year when I thought I was running on fumes and couldn't go. He filled me up with grace I didn't know. Yeah, he never left my tank empty, never let me dry. God never left my tank empty, that's why I survived. There were times I looked at the gauge, saw the needle dropping low, wondered how I'd make it, where I'd go. But every time I thought I'd finally hit the end, provision came from somewhere God would send. While the guitar wailed, I remember truth so clear. God never left my tank empty through every single year when I thought I was running on fumes and couldn't go. He filled me up with grace I didn't know. Not just diesel in the tank, but hope within my soul. Not just fuel to make miles, but love to make me whole. When my spirit was depleted, when my heart had nothing left, he poured in his presence, I was blessed. This guitar knows my story, every string has felt my pain, but they've also felt the joy of his provision once again. Each note that falls like teardrops tells of faithful supply, of a God who never let this trucker's well run dry. I've traveled through the valleys where resources seem so thin, climbed mountains where I thought my strength would never win. But looking back, I see it now, the pattern's crystal clear. He always filled my tank, he always kept me here. While the guitar wept, I remember truth so strong. God never left my tank empty, carried me along when I thought I was running on fumes and couldn't survive. He filled me up with everything I needed to stay alive. Yeah, he never left my tank empty, never once. God never left my tank empty, he's given me abundance. So let this guitar cry its gentle, grateful song for the God who filled my tank and kept me moving on through every mile of doubt, through every fearful day. He never left me empty, he always made a way. This guitar weeps with joy for all he's done. God never left me empty, not even once, not one. My tank was always full enough to see another sun. The smell of diesel filled the morning air, mixed with the whispers of my morning prayer. I started up this engine before the break of day, knowing that my work is holy in its way. Some people think the church is just four walls, but I found God in truck stops and highway hauls. This diesel runs the engine, the prayer runs my soul. They mix together and they make me whole. Diesel and prayer, that's what keeps me going strong. Diesel and prayer, I've known it all along. Work is not separate from the sacred ground. God meets me in the rumble, in the diesel sound. This calling that I'm living is an answered prayer. Nothing quite as holy as diesel and prayer. When I load up this cargo in the early light, I thank the Lord for giving me this fight. For hands that grip this wheel and feet that press this floor. For work that has a meaning and a purpose to explore. Jesus was a carpenter working with his hands. Paul was making tents while spreading through the land. So I'll drive this truck with honor and with pride, knowing that the Lord is working by my side. Diesel and prayer, that's what keeps me going strong. Diesel and prayer, I've known it all along. Work is not separate from the sacred ground. God meets me in the rumble, in the diesel sound. This calling that I'm living is an answered prayer. Nothing quite as holy as diesel and prayer. So when you smell that diesel drifting through the air, remember there's a trucker offering up a prayer. Thankful for his calling, grateful for his work, finding Jesus in the places where his blessings lurk. Diesel and prayer, they're woven all in one. From the moment that I start till the day is done, I'll keep on mixing work and worship everywhere, in the sacred combination of diesel and prayer. Broke down crying in my cabin late last night. The weight of this world crushing down on me. Tears falling like rain in the dashboard light. Feeling like I'm drowning in this endless sea. So I closed my eyes and started talking to the Lord. Poured out every burden, every fear, every care. Told him all the pain that I could not afford. But something started changing in that prayer. I came out driving lighter after I prayed. The weight I carried melted all away. Jesus took my burdens like he promised he would do. I came out driving lighter with a heart made new. In that cabin sacred, heaven touched the earth, and I remembered what my faith was really worth. I came out driving lighter after I prayed. It's amazing how a conversation with the King can lift the heavy load right off your soul. I felt his angels wrap me underneath his wing, and suddenly I felt completely whole. There's power in the name of Jesus Christ. There's healing in his mighty word. When we come to him in prayer and sacrifice, every desperate cry is heard. I came out driving lighter after I prayed. The weight I carried melted all away. Jesus took my burdens like he promised he would do. I came out driving lighter with a heart made new. In that cabin sacred, heaven touched the earth, and I remembered what my faith was really worth. I came out driving lighter after I prayed. Now every time the load gets heavy on my heart, I know exactly where to go and what to do. I'll bow my head and let the healing start, and trust in Jesus to carry me through. So if you're feeling weary, if you're feeling lost, just remember there's a Savior who cares. He bore it all upon that rugged cross, and he's waiting for you in prayer. You'll come out lighter after you've prayed. Longing hit my chest like a freight train tonight. Missing home so bad I could barely breathe. Pictures on my dash in the pale moonlight, reminding me of everything I had to leave. But somewhere in that aching, something beautiful occurred. God turned my sorrow into something I could bear. He took my longing heart and spoke a gentle word. turn this endless highway into answered prayer. When longing pressed upon my heart so deep, God turned it into comfort on this road. He took my tears and gave me peace to keep. And suddenly this highway felt like home. The road became His consolation. My longing turned to revelation that God is present everywhere I roam. When longing hit my chest tonight, God turned it into a road that feels like home. I used to fight against the miles that kept us apart, but now I see them differently somehow. Each mile is grace that God pours in my heart, a gift of His presence in the here and now. He's in the sunrise breaking through the sky. He's in the starlight guiding me along. He's in the reason and the reason why. This longing in my soul became a song. When longing pressed upon my heart so deep, God turned it into comfort on this road. He took my tears and gave me peace to keep. And suddenly this highway felt like home. The road became His consolation. My longing turned to revelation that God is present everywhere I roam. When longing hit my chest tonight, God turned it into a road that feels like home. Now when I miss my family and the ones I love, I thank the Lord for teaching me to see that He's the answer to what I'm dreaming of. And anywhere I go, He's there with me. So I'll embrace this road with grateful tears. God turned my longing into something beautiful. He's been my comfort through the lonely years. My longing turned to road, and He made it wonderful. These worn out marks upon my steering wheel tell stories that no eyes have ever seen. Tales of faith that only truckers feel. Miles of trust and spaces in between. Every groove and every weathered line holds a prayer I whispered in the night. Every mile marker is a holy sign that God was there to guide me toward the light. The marks on the wheel, they speak of faith untold, stories of redemption, grace, and roads of gold. Only those who live this life can truly know the sacred conversations as we roll. The marks on the wheel, oh, prayers that angels hear, whispered in the darkness when salvation's near. This steering wheel has felt my tears and joy. These marks on the wheel are holy ground, my boy. I've gripped this wheel through thunder and through rain, through moments when I didn't think I'd make it through. But every mark reminds me once again that Jesus holds me tighter than I ever knew. They can't see the battles that we fight, the lonely hours wrestling with our fears. But God sees every struggle through the night and counts every one of our faithful years. The marks on the wheel, they speak of faith untold, stories of redemption, grace, and roads of gold. Only those who live this life can truly know the sacred conversations as we roll. The marks on the wheel, hold prayers that angels hear, whispered in the darkness when salvation's near. This steering wheel has felt my tears and joy. These marks on the wheel are holy ground, my boy. So when you see a trucker rolling down the line, remember there's a story you can't see, a testimony written in the grind of God's amazing grace and victory. These marks on the wheel, they're my testimony of a faithful God who never let me go. The world may never see, but that's alright with me. These marks on the wheel are all I need to know. On this empty highway, silence fills the air. Nothing but the white line stretching far and wide. I thought I was alone out here without a care, till I felt his presence riding by my side. Mile after mile, just me and open road, or so I thought until I understood. Every burden that I carried, every heavy load, he was there beside me, just like he said he would. I never drove alone, though it seemed that way. The Lord was my co-pilot every single day. In the quiet of the road, in the break of dawn, I never drove alone. He's been there all along, through the storms and through the clear. Jesus, you were always near. I never drove alone. Sometimes the loneliness would try to steal my peace. The road ahead seemed longer than I could bear, but in those empty moments I found sweet release, knowing that my Savior's love was everywhere. He don't need a seat, don't need no space. He lives inside my heart, his dwelling place. Every turn I take, every choice I make, he's guiding me with grace. I never drove alone, though it seemed that way. The Lord was my co-pilot every single day. In the quiet of the road, in the break of dawn, I never drove alone. He's been there all along, through the storms and through the clear. Jesus, you were always near. I never drove alone. Now I smile when silence fills this cabin space, 'cause I know I'm not alone in this ride. I can feel his mercy, I can see his face, the Lord Almighty sitting by my side. No, I never drove alone. He's been with me all along, my co-pilot, my Savior, leading me back home. I've spent countless nights without sleeping through till dawn, eyes wide open, watching every line. The road ahead just seemed to go on and on, but through it all I was never outside heaven's side.
There were moments when exhaustion pulled at me, when staying alert seemed impossible to do. But even in my weariness I could clearly see that heaven's watchful eye was pulling me
upright. I went nights without sleep, but I was not alone. Never without heaven's watch to guide me home. Coffee couldn't give me what the Lord could give. His strength sustained me when my own ran dry. He reminded me I've got more life to live, protected by the watchful angels in the sky.
When my eyes grew heavy, he opened them again. When danger came too close, he steered me clear.
I'm alive today because of him, and when I needed him the most, he was right here. I went nights without sleep, but never without his care. The Lord was watching over every mile. Heaven's protection surrounded me everywhere. Through the darkness, he made me smile. Angels rode beside me in the dead of night, keeping me awake, keeping me upright. I went nights without sleep, but I was not alone. Never without heaven's watch to guide me home. So to every driver fighting through the night, remember you are covered by his grace. Even when the journey doesn't feel quite right, God is watching over you in every place. No, I never slept, but I was always kept safe beneath the shadow of his wing. Never without heaven's watch, never once forgot, protected by the everlasting King. Radio went silent somewhere around mile 310. Nothing but static filling up the air. No music, no voices, just the engine's hymn. But then I heard a sound beyond compare. In the quiet where the radio should play, heaven opened up and spoke to me. Sometimes God waits for the noise to fade away before he shows us what we need to see. The radio failed, but God's voice spoke louder than before. In my heart I heard him clearer than I ever had. Heaven's message echoing through my very core. In the silence I found everything I never had. Sometimes we need the static to fade away, to hear the words that God is trying to say. The radio failed, but heaven's voice came through, speaking words of life and making all things new. I used to fill the silence with so much sound, music, talk shows, anything to fill the space. But when that radio broke down, that's when I found the sweet sound of my Savior's grace. He doesn't need technology to reach our hearts. He doesn't need the airwaves or the noise. When everything around us falls apart, he speaks in silence with a still small voice. The radio failed, but God's voice spoke louder than before. In my heart I heard him clearer than I ever had. Heaven's message echoing through my very core. In the silence I found everything I never had. Sometimes we need the static to fade away, to hear the words that God is trying to say. The radio failed, but heaven's voice came through, speaking words of life and making all things new. Now I don't mind when technology fails me here. I've learned to listen in a different way. God's voice is always speaking, always near. We just need silence to hear what he has to say. So let the radio stay broken if it has to be, because I found something better in that place. Heaven's voice spoke into eternity and filled this cabin with amazing grace. Pulled into a rest stop off Highway 45. Engine's cooling down and so am I. Been pushing hard for hours just to stay alive, but God reminded me it's okay to let time fly by.
I saw the sunrise at this roadside place. Coffee in my hand and peace in my soul. Sometimes we forget in this hurried race that resting is a part of reaching every goal.
Every rest stop is a promise from above. God says, slow down, child, and feel my love.
You don't have to run yourself into the ground. Rest is not a weakness,
It's holy ground. So I'll park this rig and I'll bow my head, thanking God for rest stops and daily bread. He teaches me that pausing is part of His plan. Rest stop promises from the great I am. The world says keep moving, never take a break. But Jesus rested, so can I. These moments of stillness are for heaven's sake, where I reconnect with the Father up on high.
He leads me beside still waters. He restores my weary soul.
In the quiet,
He reminds me that He's always in control.
every rest stop is a promise from above. God says, slow down, child, and feel my love.
You don't have to run yourself into the ground.
Rest is not a weakness, it's holy ground. So I'll park this rig and I'll bow my head, thanking God for rest stops and daily bread. He teaches me that pausing is part of His plan. Rest stop promises from the great I am. Now every time I pull over to rest my eyes, I thank the Lord for teaching me to pause. In this crazy world of deadlines and goodbyes, He gives us rest without a single clause. Rest stop promises, they're written in His word, the sweetest invitation I have ever heard. Come to me, He whispers, find your rest in me. Rest stop promises that set my spirit free. Coming down a mountain on a dangerous curve, where one wrong move could take my life. My heart was pounding, testing every nerve. The road was sharp, just like a knife. I pressed my brakes and gripped the wheel so tight, praying that I'd make it through somehow. But in that moment, filled with fear and fright, I felt the hand of God upon me now. On that dangerous curve, I felt stronger than my brakes, more sure than steel, firmer than these tires upon the road, more powerful than this wheel.
He held me steady when I should have lost control. He kept me on the path that leads back home.
His hand was stronger than my brakes that night, and I didn't face that curve alone. The rain was falling, visibility was low. Every instinct said I wouldn't make it through, but God was there, and He wanted me to know that His protection is forever true.
We put our faith in metal and machine, in technology and what our hands can hold. But there's a greater power in between. The hand of God is worth far more than gold.
On that dangerous curve, I felt the hand of God, stronger than my brakes, more sure than steel, firmer than these tires upon the road, more powerful than this wheel.
He held me steady when I should have lost control. He kept me on the path that leads back home.
His hand was stronger than my brakes that night, and I didn't face that curve alone. Now every time I face a dangerous turn, I trust in something bigger than my fear. The lesson that I had to finally learn is that God's hand is always near, stronger than my brakes, more powerful than the road. The hand of God is carrying this load on every curve, through every trial I face. I'm held secure by His amazing grace. The sun's going down in my rearview mirror tonight, casting shadows on this lonely highway line. I remember all the times I wanted to give up the fight, but God whispered soft, just one more mile, child of mine. My hands are tired, gripping leather worn and old. My back is aching from the weight I bear. But there's a voice that speaks when the night grows cold, saying keep on rolling, son, I'll meet you there. When the sun goes down in my rearview glass, I see the hand of God in every mile I pass. He's been my strength when I thought I couldn't last. One more kilometer, one more prayer, one more mile and last. Yeah, the sun sunsets paint this dashboard gold, each one a reminder of His faithfulness to me. The stories that this highway holds have never been told, but Jesus knows them all, and that's enough for me. When I thought about turning back, He lit the road ahead. Every sunset is a promise of the grace that lies ahead. When the sun goes down in my rear view glass, I see the hand of God in every mile I pass. He's been my strength when I thought I couldn't last. One more kilometer, one more prayer, one more mile last. Yeah, the sun goes down, but His mercy's gonna rise. God made me keep on going beneath these endless skies. So I'll keep driving till my journey's through, with the sunset in my mirror and my faith in You. Every cargo that I loaded on this truck, every deadline that I had to meet, I trusted more than skill and more than luck. God's timing made my journey complete. There were days when traffic should have made me late, when weather should have kept me off the road. But somehow I arrived right at the gate, because God carried every single load. Every delivery proved that God is never late. He's always right on time with every promise made. When I was running behind, He opened up the way. Every cargo delivered is proof that heaven pays. His promises arrive just when we need them most. Every load delivered is evidence of His grace. God's never missed a deadline. From coast to coast, every delivery is proof of His embrace. I worry about timing more than I should have done, watching clocks and calculating miles. But God had already decided, already won every battle with His infinite styles. He knows the end before the beginning starts. He sees the obstacles before they appear. He makes a way when everything falls apart. His timing's perfect year after year. Every delivery proved that God is never late. He's always right on time with every promise made. When I was running behind, He opened up the way. is proof of His embrace. So now I trust His timing more than my own plans. I rest in knowing He's in full control. Every package safely placed in His hands arrives on time, delivered to my soul. Every delivery I've made along this road has taught me that God's timing is divine. He's never delayed a single promised load. Every delivery arrives right on time. I've watched the sunrise more times than I can count, painting colors across this endless sky. Each morning brings a fresh and new amount of grace that money simply cannot buy.
The darkness fades as golden light breaks through, reminding me that yesterday is gone. God's mercies are forever fresh and new. He starts again with every single dawn.
Every sunrise taught me that God starts again with me. His mercies are new every morning I see. Yesterday's failures fade like the night. Every dawn brings forgiveness and light. No matter how far I've fallen behind, every sunrise is proof God is kind. He doesn't hold my yesterday against my today. Every dawn He starts again, showing me the way. There's something holy about the break of day, when darkness surrenders to the morning sun. It's like God's voice is saying in His way, yesterday's over, child, a new day's begun.
Lamentations taught me it's true. His compassions never fail. Heaven new every morning I drive through. His faithfulness will never fail.
Every sunrise taught me that God starts again with me. His mercies are new every morning I see. Yesterday's failures fade like the night. Every dawn brings forgiveness and light. No matter how far I've fallen behind, every sunrise is proof God is kind. He doesn't hold my yesterday against my today. Every dawn He starts starts again, showing me the way. So I'll greet sunrise with a grateful heart, knowing that God's given me one more try. Every morning is a brand new start underneath this ever-changing sky. I've seen so many sunrises on this road, each one a testament to grace. God lifts from me yesterday's heavy load. Every dawn I see His smiling face. Every dawn He starts again with me. My hands were shaking and my eyes were growing dim. The exhaustion was taking over me. I didn't know if I could make it to the rim of consciousness and where I ought to be. The road was wearing down my very soul. I felt like I had nothing left to give, but something else took over my control and gave me strength and reason still to live. When the road wore me down to nothing left, when my strength was completely gone, it was faith that held the wheel when I couldn't. Faith carried me along. My hands let go, but heaven held on tight. Faith steered me through the darkest night. When I had nothing left to feel, it was faith, sweet faith, that held the wheel. I've learned that human strength can only go so far before it crumbles into dust and fades. But faith is stronger than we think we are, and holds us through the hardest escapades. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, even when I feel I've reached my end. His power works in my weakness perfectly. On Jesus I can always depend. When the road wore me down to nothing left, when my strength was completely gone, it was faith that held the wheel when I couldn't. Faith carried me along. My hands let go, but Now I know that I'm not driving on my own. There's a power greater than my mind. Even when I feel completely alone, faith holds the wheel and keeps me going right. So when you feel like you can't go on no more, and you've reached the limit of your will, remember there's a faith worth fighting for, that'll hold your wheel when you are standing still. Yeah, faith will hold the wheel. Between the honking horns and the city's rush, between the lonely miles and the endless haul, I found a sacred place within the hush, where I could hear my Savior's call. No words were spoken out into the air, just thoughts directed to the throne above. A conversation wrapped in silent prayer, between a trucker and the God of love. Between the horns and loneliness, I learned to talk to God in thoughts instead of sound. In silence, His attention I have earned. In quietness, His presence can be found. No need for words when heaven knows my heart. These silent conversations set me apart. Between the noise and solitude, I found a way to pray without a single sound. The world around me doesn't have to know the intimate communion that we share. In traffic jams or when the miles are slow, I'm talking to my Father everywhere. Prayer doesn't have to be out loud. It doesn't need a special place. God hears us through the thickest cloud. In silence, we can seek His face. Between the horns and loneliness, I learned to talk to God in thoughts instead of sound. In silence, His attention I have earned. In quietness, His presence can be found. No need for words when heaven knows my heart. These silent conversations set me apart. Between the noise and solitude, solitude I found a way to pray without a single sound. So in the chaos or the quiet night, whether alone or in a crowded space, I'm having conversations in plain sight, silent words between me and His grace. Between the honking horns and lonely roads, I learned to pray without a spoken word. These silent conversations lighten loads. The sweetest prayers are sometimes never heard. But God hears every thought within my mind. These silent conversations are the finest kind. I've slept in cabins far away from home, in parking lots and rest stops through the night, sometimes feeling so completely alone, but never once was I outside His sight.
The miles between me and my family could stretch for hundreds, even thousands more, but distance never changed the certainty that God was watching over me for sure.
I slept far from home, but never from His care. The Lord was watching over me everywhere. No matter where this highway took my soul, God's loving arms were keeping me whole.
From coast to coast and border to borderline, I was held secure in grace divine.
I slept far from home, but I was not alone, ever outside the Father's care, even far from home.
My pillow was this seat, my bed this truck,
but heaven was my shelter through it all. Protection wasn't just a matter of luck. The Lord was there to catch me when I'd fall. Where can I go from your Spirit, Lord? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to heaven, you are there in every moment, every essence. I slept far from home, but never from His care. The Lord was watching over me everywhere. No matter where this highway took my soul, God's loving arms were keeping me whole. From coast to coast outside the Father's care, even far from home. So to every driver sleeping miles away from everyone they love and hold so dear, remember that the Lord is there to stay. His care surrounds you far and near.
I've slept in places I can't count or name,
but one thing has forever stayed the same.
though far from home I've never been alone, never outside the Father's care.
He's brought me home. The dust from this old highway covers everything I own. It settles on my dashboard, on my clothes. It gets in every corner of this truck I call my home. But there's one thing that the dust can't touch, heaven knows. This road has tried to wear me down with every passing day, to cover up the hope I hold inside. But faith runs deeper than what dust can ever take away. It's anchored in my soul and can't be dried. The dust of the road can't erase the faith I carry in my chest. It can cover up the surface, but not what matters most. This faith is like a fire that will never find its rest, burning brighter than the dust from coast to coast. Let the highway cover me in dirt and grime. My faith shines through it every single time. The dust of the road can't touch what God has placed within. The faith I carry in my chest will always win. I've driven through the dustiest and driest desert land, where dirt clouds rise and block out the sun. But even in those places, I could clearly understand that faith outlasts the dust when day is done. You can wash away the dust with water and with time, but faith is permanent, it's here to stay. Nothing in this world can touch this treasure that is mine. The dust will fade, but faith won't go away. The dust of the road can't erase the faith I carry in my chest. It can cover up the surface, but not what matters most. This faith is like a fire that will never find its rest, burning brighter than the dust from coast to coast. Let the highway cover me in dirt and grime. let the road throw everything it has at me today. I'll drive through dust and storms and pouring rain, because the faith God gave me will not wash or blow away. It's eternal and will evermore remain. The dust will settle, then it will be blown away by wind, but my faith in Christ will last forevermore. The highway dust can't touch the treasure found within. The faith I carry opens heaven's door. Every time I turn the key and fired up this machine, I whispered up a prayer to God above, trusting that He'd go before to places I've not seen, preparing every road ahead with love.
I don't know what lies beyond the next horizon line, what challenges or blessings I will face. But one thing that I know and trust every single time is God has already been there, gone ahead with grace.
Every time I started up the motor, I trusted God had gone before, preparing every mile like a faithful father, opening up every single door. He smooths the path and lights the way, removes the obstacles in my path each day. Before I even reach the place I'm gonna be, God has already been there ahead of me. It brings me so much comfort when I face the great unknown, to know that I am following His lead, that every place I'm going, He has already shown provision for my every single need.
The Lord goes before you and behind. He's your rear guard and your guide. He's preparing blessings you will find, walking right there by your side. Every time I started up the motor, I trusted God had gone before, preparing every mile like a faithful father,
don't worry about tomorrow or the road I cannot see. I just keep driving forward with my faith, because the God who holds tomorrow has gone ahead of me, and His presence makes every highway safe. Every time I start this engine running, every time I hit the open road, I trust in God who's always going ahead of me to lighten every load. He's gone before me. Hallelujah. Got ahead of me now and forever. Sitting on the hood, guitar in my weathered hands, strumming through the memories of 1,000 miles in distant lands. The engine's cooled down now, but my heart is running warm, thinking about the close calls that never made the morning storm. I'm grateful for the mercies that never made the news, for the times He held the wheel when I was about to lose. Every narrow miss, every danger left behind. Thank God for all the headlines that never came to mind. Oh, I'm grateful for the mercies, grateful for the grace, for keeping me alive on this highway's endless ways. There was that rainy night outside of San Antone, when the brakes went soft and I was all alone. But something pulled me through that curve so tight. An angel must have rolled beside me through the night. I'm grateful for the mercies that never made the news, for the times He held the wheel when I was about to lose. Every narrow miss, every danger left behind. Thank God for all the headlines that never came to mind. Oh, I'm grateful for the mercies, grateful for the grace. They don't report the miracles on the evening broadcast. They don't know about the prayers that made me last. But I'll keep counting blessings underneath this open sky, for every single morning that I didn't say goodbye. This old guitar knows every story that I hold, of the times I should have crashed but somehow rolled through fog and ice and blinding desert heat. God kept writing chapters that were bittersweet. I'm grateful for the mercies that never made the news, for the times He held the wheel when I was about to lose. Every narrow miss, every danger pass, day for the love that kept me rolling on this highway's endless way. So I'll sit here on this hood and play my song, thanking God for keeping me here all along. Grateful for the mercies, yeah, grateful for it all, for catching me each time I was about to fall. The day's winding down, I'm parked along the edge, watching colors paint the sky from that mountain ridge. Orange and purple bleeding into gold, just like the way my story's been told. The sunset painted heaven the way God painted my road. Every shade and shadow carries the weight of this load. From the darkest valleys to the mountains I've climbed, He's been the artist of my life, 1 mile at a time. Yeah, the sunset tells a story that only He could write, turning all my struggles into colors of the light. I've seen my share of storms roll across this land, felt the loneliness that only truckers understand. But looking at this masterpiece across the western sky, I see His fingerprints on every reason why. The sunset painted heaven the way God painted my road. Every shade and shadow carries the weight of this load. From the darkest valleys to the mountains I've climbed, He's been the artist of my life, 1 mile at a time. Red for the passion that kept me moving on, blue for the sadness when everything went wrong, gold for the blessings I never saw coming, purple for the royalty of knowing I'm His son. 20 years of highway stretched behind my wheels, and every sunset brings a moment that helps me heal. The canvas changes nightly, but the painter stays the same, and every evening glory glorifies His name. The sunset painted heaven the way God painted my road. Every shade and shadow carries the weight of this load. From the broken moments to the joy I've known, He's been the artist of my journey, never left me alone. Yeah, the sunset tells a story that only He could compose, painting all my history in crimson, gold, and rose. So when the darkness comes and stars begin to shine, I'll remember how He painted this life of mine. The sunset's just a promise that tomorrow's on the way, and God will paint another masterpiece to start another day. Between these chords I'm playing, memories come alive of the times my tank was empty, but I still would survive. When the money wasn't there and the load was overdue, something bigger than my worry always pulled me through. Faith kept me rolling when the road got rough. Faith kept me moving when I didn't have enough. When logic said to quit and fear said turn around, faith kept the diesel burning, kept my wheels upon the ground. Oh, faith kept me rolling through it all. There was that winter when the bank was calling every day. My family needed food, but the freight just wouldn't pay. I prayed a prayer at midnight, parked beneath the stars, and by the morning something shifted, opened up the doors. Faith kept me rolling when the road got rough. Faith kept me moving when I didn't have enough. When logic said to quit and fear said turn around, faith kept the diesel burning, kept my wheels upon the ground. It wasn't in my strength, wasn't in my skill, it was trusting in a power bigger than my will. When the mountains looked too high and valleys way too low, faith became the engine that made this trucker go. I've watched the sun rise on impossible situations, seen provision come through in the strangest revelations. A check that came from nowhere, a job when hope was thin. Faith was always there to keep my story from its end. Now I strum these strings and think about the road ahead, all the miles I still must travel, all the prayers I haven't said. But I know the same old faith that brought me to today will be there in the morning, lighting up the way. Faith kept me rolling when the road got rough. Faith kept me moving when I didn't have enough. When everything said stop and doubt screamed in my ear, faith kept this survivor's song. So between these chords I'm grateful for the unseen hand that kept this rig in motion across this promised land. Faith kept me rolling, yes it did. Faith kept me rolling like a blessed and loved kid. Six strings and a heavy day weighing on my soul. The road was long and lonely, conversations on parole. Nothing but the engines hum for company today. The silence got so loud I had to find another way. This guitar tuned my heart after miles of being numb, after a heavy day of silence. This is where I come. Every note's a healing word, every chord's a prayer. This guitar tuned my heart, reminding me you're there. It tuned my aching heart tonight. I hauled that freight through 3 states, never said a word, just me and my thoughts, and they were getting blurred. Wondering if this life I chose was worth the sacrifice. But when I picked up this guitar, something felt so right. This guitar tuned my heart after miles of being numb, after a heavy day of silence. This is where I come. Every note's a healing word, every chord's a prayer. This guitar tuned my heart, reminding me you're there. The melody unwound the tension in my chest. Each rhythm found the places that needed rest. The harmony connected broken parts of me. This instrument became my therapy. I thought about my family sleeping back at home, about the birthdays that I missed while out here or all alone. The strumming through the sadness, I found peace instead. This guitar spoke the words my heart was scared to have said. The steel strings cut my fingers, but they also cut the pain. Released what I was holding in like a cleansing rain. Music has a power that the spoken word can't find. It reaches past the surface, touches the divine. This guitar tuned my heart after miles of being numb, after a heavy day of silence. This is where I come. Every note's a healing word, every chord's a prayer. This guitar tuned my heart, reminding me you're care. It tuned my weary tune my soul. So when the road gets heavy and the silence weighs me down, I'll pick up these 6 strings and let the music turn around. All the chaos into calm, the discord into song. This guitar tunes my heart and keeps me strong. The day is done, I'm parked beneath the fading light, looking back at all the road I conquered today. From sunrise in the valley to the mountain height, I can see His presence in every single way. When the day was over, I realized He was there. In every kilometer, in the wind and in the air, every turn I navigated, every hill I had to climb, God was there. In every kilometer, every single time, yeah, He was there through it all. Through the traffic in the city where patience wore thin, through the lonely desert stretches where doubts crept in, at the truck stop conversations with strangers passing through, in the quiet moments I could feel He knew. When the day was over, I realized He was there. In every kilometer, in the wind and in the air, every turn I navigated, every hill I had to climb, God was there. In every kilometer, every single time, He was in the morning coffee that got me on the road, in the sunset breaking through when my spirit felt so low, in the song that played at just the perfect time, in the peace that came when I was losing my mind. There were moments I felt lost on this endless highway, wondering if my purpose was slipping away. But now I see the pattern, the design in every mile. God was there every kilometer, making it worthwhile. In the rain that washed the windshield clean, in the rainbow that appeared where the storm had been, in the phone call from my daughter just when I felt alone, in the reminders that I'm never on my own. And when the day was over, I realized he was there, in every kilometer, in the wind and in the air. Every turn I navigated, every hill I had to climb, God was there in every kilometer, every single time. Yeah, he walked beside me through it all, in every rise, in every fall. So tomorrow when I start this rig and face another day, I'll remember that he's with me all along the way. In every kilometer that I'm blessed to travel through, God is there in all I do, in all I do. The highway wind is blowing through my open window now, carrying away the worries that were weighing on my brow. The stress of deadlines, traffic, all the pressure of the day. The wind is like a cleansing breath that blows it all away. The wind took the weight but left the gratitude behind, swept away the burden, but the blessings I still find. It carried off the heavy, but the good remains with me. The wind took the weight and set my spirit free. Yeah, the wind knows what to take and what to leave. I've been carrying this tension like a load too big to bear, but the rushing wind reminds me I should cast out every care. It whispers through the cab like it's a message from above, telling me to let it go and trust in greater love. The wind took the weight but left the gratitude behind, swept away the burden, but the blessings I still find. It carried off the heavy, but the good remains with me. The wind took the weight and set my spirit free. Like leaves in autumn, worries fall away. Like dust on desert highways, fears don't stay. The wind is mercy, moving grace in motion, wild and pure, taking what would break me, leaving what endures. Miles and miles of thinking got me tangled up inside, but the highway wind untangled all the knots I tried to hide. It sorted through the chaos and knew exactly what to take, left me with thanksgiving for this journey that I made. can breathe deeper now than I have in many days. The wind performed a miracle in therapeutic ways. It knew which thoughts to scatter and which ones to let remain. Left me with the good stuff, carried off the pain. The wind took the weight but left the gratitude behind. Swept away the burden, but the blessings I still find. It carried off the heavy, but the gold remains with me. The wind took the weight, set my grateful spirit free. Yeah, the wind knows what to take and what to leave. It gave me back the faith that I believe. So let it blow through my life, this sanctifying wind, taking out the garbage, letting new beginnings in. The wind took the weight, oh, thank God it did. Left me light and grateful, like a blessed little kid. Sitting on the hood, the metal's warm beneath me now. The engine's finally silent, and I'm learning somehow that stopping isn't failure, resting isn't weak. These moments that I'm stealing, they're the wisdom that I seek. The pauses are part of God's plan for me. These moments when I'm still are where I'm meant to be. Not every mile is movement, not every day is speed. Sometimes the greatest progress comes from meeting my own need. Yeah, the pauses are part of the plan. I used to think that stopping meant I wasn't doing right, that I had to keep on pushing from the morning into night. But here on this warm hood, watching evening take the day, I'm learning that surrender is another form of praise. The pauses are part of God's plan for me. These moments when I'm still are where I'm meant to be. Not every mile is movement, not every day is speed. Sometimes the greatest progress comes from meeting my own need. He rested on the seventh day, set a rhythm from the start, taught us that the stopping is as sacred as the art of working, building, moving toward the dreams we hold so dear. The pause is not the enemy, it's how we persevere. On this hood I'm understanding what I couldn't see before, that margins make the message, that less can be much more, that racing toward tomorrow means I'm missing what's today. The pause is where I hear him, where he shows me the way. truck will run tomorrow, the highway will still be there. But tonight I'm learning lessons in this evening air, about the grace of resting, about the gift of peace, about how stopping doesn't mean that forward motion has to cease. The pauses are part of God's plan for me. These moments when I'm still are where I'm meant to be. Not every mile is movement, not every day is speed. Sometimes the greatest progress comes from feeding my soul's need. Yeah, the pauses are part of the divine design, and the waiting and the resting, His purpose I will find. So I'll sit here on this hood and let the moment have its way. Trust that God is working even when I pause and pray. The pauses are the punctuation in the story He's composing. In the stillness I'm not losing. No, I'm finally supposing that rest is revolution in this hustling world we're in. And the pauses in God's plan are where true living can begin. The strings are vibrating softly underneath my calloused hands, playing low so the loneliness won't wake from where it stands. But inside my chest a chorus is rising like the dawn, praising loud within my spirit though my fingers carry on. I played low to keep the sorrow sleeping, but I praise loud in the places worth keeping. Inside my heart a symphony of gratitude, though the guitar whispers my soul's amplitude. I played it low but praised it loud tonight. Don't want to stir the memories of everything I miss. My daughter's laugh, my wife's embrace, my little grandson's kiss. So I keep the volume gentle, let the melody stay small, but my inner voice is shouting praises through it all. I played low to keep the sorrow sleeping, but I praise loud in the places worth keeping. Inside my heart a symphony of gratitude, though the guitar whispers my soul's amplitude. There's a volume that the world can't measure, a sound that doesn't travel through the air. The loudest praise comes from the treasure of a grateful heart in prayer. My fingers dance like whispers on these weathered strings tonight, but my spirits dance in thunder in the fading evening light. External sound is muted, but internal sound is strong. The quietest guitars can carry the loudest song. Sometimes the most powerful worship doesn't make a noise. Sometimes the deepest gratitude exists without a voice. But that doesn't make it lesser, doesn't make it weak or small. The praise inside my beating chest is loudest of them all. I played low to keep the sorrow sleeping, but I praise loud in the places worth keeping. Inside my heart a symphony of gratitude and grace. Though the guitar whispers, worship fills this space. I played it low, but praised it loud and true. Kept my longing quiet, but my thanksgiving broke through. So let the evening take these gentle chords into the night, while inside I'm shouting hallelujah with all my might. Sometimes the softest playing holds the loudest praise, and tonight my heart is roaring in these quiet, grateful waves. Yeah, I played it low, but praised it loud within. That's where the truest worship will begin. The sun went down behind the hills like a closing curtain call. The highway finally quieted, not a sound at all. But in the silence something powerful began to rise. My faith spoke louder than the motor ever could tonight. The sun set, the road grew still, but my faith spoke loud and clear, louder than the engine's roar throughout another year. When everything went quiet, that's when I could hear the voice of God within me, calming every fear. Yeah, my faith spoke louder than the motor song. Faith spoke louder all along. For miles I've heard the diesel rumble, felt the chassis shake. But in this evening silence, I'm finally awake to the deeper truth that's carried me from coast to coast. It's faith that fuels this journey more than diesel ever could boast. The sun set, the road grew still, but my faith spoke loud and clear, louder than the engine's roar throughout another year. When everything went quiet, that's when I could hear the voice of God within me, calming every fear. In the noise we missed the whisper, sign. But when the world goes silent, that's when faith and soul align. I've trusted in this big machine to get me where I go. Maintained it, fueled it, kept it running through rain and snow. But sitting here in stillness, truth becomes so bright. It's always been my faith in God that's given me the light. The motor's been my soundtrack, my companion, my career. But faith's been the foundation every single year. Now I hear it clearly in this quiet, holy space. Faith has been the driver, God has set the pace. The sun set, the road grew still, but my faith spoke loud and clear, louder than the engines roar throughout another year. When everything went quiet, that's when I could finally hear the voice that's been guiding, always near. Yeah, my faith spoke louder than the motor's powerful roar. Faith spoke louder, that's what I've been searching for. So tomorrow when I fire up this engine and I roll, I'll remember what I heard tonight deep within my soul. That faith speaks loudest in the quiet, in the still. And God has been my motor, my passion and my will. The sun set, the road grew calm, and faith finally had its say. And I heard it speak louder than any word I could convey.